The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. One step away from playing for the AFC title. This divisional round contest is underway. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Justin Reed with the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Nicks off the play action. Finds a man. Adam Troutman has it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. Up the gut they go with Williams. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No No gain on the play, and that brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Here we go on 4th. Nix. Throw caught by his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Tight.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Right.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Attack!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
From the 46. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Reed now to kick this one away. Marvin Mims now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. It's Nix out of the pistol. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So it's second down coming up.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
On second down, a run with Williams. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They still have 5 to go here, third down. Nix from the gun. Mims with the grab. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The big play nets them 17 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Going left side, Williams with it. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
On second down, it's Williams again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Another run for Williams. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Yellow.
Man in motion out of the slot.
Yellow. Yellow.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Yellow. Attack, attack. Our side.
Mahomes on first and 10. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Eye on these two. Eye on these two. Our side.
First down throw, Mahomes. Has his man. It's Pacheco. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Yellow, yellow.
It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Yellow.
Throwing from the gun here. That finds Hunt, complete. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back to the air, Mahomes. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They're down to their final one in this half. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Hey, 57 colors.
Mahomes to throw for it. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Play action with Nix. Brought in right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Broncos pushing for a score before the break. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing off the play fake here. Throw complete to Williams. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
I'm sure coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Putting the tight end in motion. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Let's go now.
Nix. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. On comes Will Lutz and the Broncos field goal unit. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Throwing from the gun. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Yellow.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Pacheco hauls it in. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Working quickly here.
Easy. Hey, 57.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. McLaughlin there to bring it in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Shotgun snap to Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Yellow. Watch out.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hits his running back. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Travis Kelce, the intended target. So that brings up second down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Watch out. Hey, 15. Yellow. Watch out.
Second and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
We're good.
Offense up to the line fast.
Yellow. 15.
Throwing it just before halftime. Looking for the end zone. Wide open down the field, and he has it. And forget the field goal, Brock. They reach the end zone to end this first half on a high note. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow. Watch out.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up second and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Watch out.
From the 38. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
First down throw, Mahomes. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Yellow. Watch out.
On second and 10 now, Mahomes. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing again, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Yellow.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
From the red zone now. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Yellow.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs grow their lead yet again. Reed now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Nix. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Running it after the penalty. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On third down, here's Nix. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. They're going for this. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs will have it right at the opposing 30 after the interception and that return on top of it. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. To the air, Mahomes. He's on the move. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Back to the air, Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, little good news, bad news, right? Bad news, you take a sack. Good news is you do actually have a few more plays in your playbook. Everybody always says, well, you got more room to operate. No, what you have are now more options with that offense. Now you got to avoid taking a sack and get that ball out of your hand.
Now it's Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs blowing them out now, 34-zip. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Reed now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Nicks off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Nicks again on 2nd and 10. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Cut by Sutton. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll throw again. Nicks. He's got a man left. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 42. And this time they're going to get there and they drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third and long for him here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Broncos have it, facing a deficit. We could be witnessing the end of their playoff run. Fourth and forever coming up. Shotgun snap to Nicks. He finds him beyond the marker. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Nicks looking to throw. Able to get it to Franklin. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Slot man motioned over. Play action with Nicks. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Chiefs finally see the return stopped. They're going to take over following the interception at the 45-yard line.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The second down run by Pacheco. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
50, yellow, 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 yellow. All right, right. Yellow. Hey, 43, 43, 15. Okay.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Yellow. Right side.
It's Pacheco again. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Attack, attack. Right side.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in, too. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He stopped at the 17. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Yellow, yellow. Right side.
Right back to Pacheco. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Yellow. Right side.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. This throw is cut. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Right. Right side.
They'll run Pacheco. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and goal, backed all the way up to the 14 here.
Right side.
Trying again with Pacheco. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Only 3 yards. They're going to need a much bigger play than that on a lengthy 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Yellow, yellow.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs put this one away a long time ago. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
Yellow. Nice hit.
They'll try with Pacheco. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. It's only 1 yard on the run, partner, and that's going to leave him with a tough 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Mahomes to throw for it. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. Pacheco. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Chiefs continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs continue piling on to this lead. Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Nix from the gun. This finds Franklin. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. In motion right is Mims. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Lining up to take a knee on second down. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead.